We're live.
We certainly are.
Oh dear. Hello everyone.
Good evening.
Let me know if you can hear us or see us. This is my friend Ben. Ben is the Yorkshire gardener /
Gardening with Ben.
gardening with Ben. So I'm a tropical fish keeper. Ben is an allotment keeper.
Yeah, growing my own vegetables, fruit.
A lot of my subscribers would not know what an allotment is. So what is an allotment, Ben?
Allotment is very British, to be honest, I think. It's to do with, in the olden days, in the war, people had a piece of land that they could go to and grow their own fruit and vegetables. And that's basically what it is, and it's kept on after the war. People still
They're
go
very
there.
sought after these days, allotments.
Very, extremely.
I've seen fights of people that want allotments.
Waiting, following me on Facebook. I started it about 3 years ago. It was just a blog, really. Just follow so that I knew when I planted stuff, how it did, and what success I had, really. So
That's very similar to the way I started my YouTube channel. Was here's my fish. I want to see how they grow. I want to keep a log, see how they're getting on.
yeah,
So Ben's done the same thing with gardening.
and I didn't expect anybody to follow me, to be honest.
I didn't expect anyone to follow me either.
9,500 people later, and wow. So yeah, pretty good.
So at the moment, Ben and I are also work colleagues. We used to work together now.
Yeah.
Not even we do work together. We used to work together.
We did, yeah.
Ben's now going off on his own now. We're having a works night out to say goodbye to all good friends and colleagues.
Definitely.
And now we're here at the pub. So anyone got any questions for us? Let us know in the comments what are you saying. I've no way of checking what the comments say, so hang on. Bear with us with technical difficulties. So we're here. We're the final two, and
Comments on that.
oh yeah, you can check there. If anyone says hello, mention their name. So we're here. We're the last two that have survived from the works night out. So that's why the eyes are a bit bleary.
Been out since 2 o'clock.
We've been out since 2 in the afternoon. What time is it now? In the UK, it's almost 8:30.
What's my favourite fish? To be honest, I don't really know much about fish.
You don't have a favourite fish? You must have a favourite fish.
Ghost fish. Is it a ghost fish?
No, that's not a thing. I want more from you.
Ones that are black and they've got like
A black ghost knifefish?
something like that. Yeah.
So there is a ghost fish that is the ones you get pets at home that are see-through. Is that the ones you mean?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, so they're like a catfish they're translucent bodies and you can see through the bodies. And
It's ages since I've had a fish, to be honest.
I've been trying to get Ben into hydroponics. So as a gardener, I've been trying to get him to get into growing, the hydroponics. Everyone knows what that is. You have a fish tank or a pond, and on top of that you grow some vegetables or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But apparently he's denied from doing that by the council because they don't let him have a pond on his
We're not allowed ponds on allotment sites, council-run sites. But it's something that I could look at having at my parents' house or something like that. So yeah.
So the way that works is that you have a fish tank and you have your plants growing above it, and the plants suck up the nutrients from the fish waste. And the idea is you don't have any waste. You have the optimal growing conditions for your plants, and a lot of the times it's things like, I want to say lettuce, but I know that's not a term that gardeners would like. There's lots of different types of lettuce.
I was watching a great video this morning on BBC News where IKEA's doing lots of hydroponics. They've got their own.
Oh, they have those little things where you can buy, it's like a box that you buy,
Yeah.
and on top of the box has a light.
Yeah,
that goes
and
down
they're
on
all
you.
growing them inside their supermarkets, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, so we could do that on like a large scale where we have goldfish or tilapia or something like that in a pond. And on top of that, you grow your radishes, your lettuces, your any of the kind of leafy vegetables. They seem to do really well in hydroponics.
Yeah. Something I've got to look into. There's quite a few questions coming in, Graham.
I can't see any of these questions,
What's
so
that comment? No.
I'll try it again. We have to apologise for the amateurish nature of this because we're doing this as we've had a few drinks. What does that mean?
Live chat. There you go.
Now I don't have my glasses on, so I'm going to rely on my friend Ben here to relay messages to me.
Ollie Cam says, are you in Kellam Island?
We are in Kellam Island. We're at the Riverside pub, aren't we, Ben?
We are, yes. So if you're nearby, feel free to pop in.
Pop in, say hello.
Nathan Brothers says, how are your discus?
My discus are doing pretty well. I've moved them into the display tank. Hopefully, if you're a subscriber, you'll see that soon because I have a video coming up on black-eared algae and my new discus feature heavily in that one.
He also says, shot time. If you're buying Nathan, we'll have some shots.
Nathan, we're at table 36,
Riverside.
Riverside pub. If you want to send us some shots, you can see them coming live time.
Mountain goldfish. Remember what happened to the king when he was drinking? Be careful. Yes, there were their big funeral last week, weren't they?
No, he's talking about the king of DIY. He's
Oh,
a big
right.
fish chipper.
Oh, right. I thought you meant the gypsy lot passed away in Sheffield.
He's like he's the number one guy in our fish chip world, and I don't like him very much, and he doesn't like me very much, and we have a bit of a history.
Okay.
We are drinking, but I'm still sensible, so don't worry about that.
Ian Atkins says cheers.
Cheers, Ian. Table 36, Riverside Pub, if you want to send me a new drink.
Mr. Tiller 111. Poffers are great for this.
Puffers?
Pothos.
Pothos. So pothos is a plant. Have you heard of this? Devil's ivy, you might know it as.
I'm not, to be honest.
Pothos, devil's ivy, it's like a plant. They sell it in B&Q and places like that. It's usually on like a stem. I'm sorry for doing this diagram here, but what do you call those things? Come on, Ben, help me out here.
I don't know.
It's like a stick in a plant pot,
Okay.
and they have plants growing around it.
Canes.
Canes?
Canes.
No,
Plant canes.
like a big fat stick.
Oh.
I don't know what it's called.
Yes.
But it's pothos, is devil's
Bamboo.
ivy. No, not bamboo. Devil's ivy, or pothos as it's known in the Americas. It's a really good nutrient. It sucks up nutrients like nobody's business. So if you have an algae problem in your aquarium, quite often they'll say to you, oh, get some pothos or some devil's ivy. You put the roots in the plant, the roots of the plant in the aquarium, and it sucks up the nitrates from the aquarium and it makes the plant go completely crazy. It grows brilliantly and it really helps the aquariums out. So there's loads of aquariums. So this is exactly what we're talking about.
I need to start looking into plants for aquariums and looking into.
So I've spent the last couple of hours trying to get Ben interested in hydroponics. So this is almost like hydroponics, where you have plants that grow out the back of your filters or the back of your hang-on back, something like that, and they suck out the nutrients that the fish produce, and then obviously the plants that grow out the back of them do really well. So tomatoes, lettuces, all that kind of stuff. You don't need to spend loads of money on fertilizers because the fish poop is giving you that kind of stuff.
Wow. Ollie Cam, best fish shop in Sheffield.
Best fish shop in Sheffield?
It has to be the one at Atcliffe Fisheries.
Oh, well, we're going to have a difference here in opinion. What one did you say?
Atcliffe Fish and Chop Fisheries.
It's one of the fisheries?
Yeah,
I don't know that
it's
one.
won awards. It's opposite post office. has a meal deal, and you can get like fish and chips and a can of pop and a bread cake, all for
Different
£5.
kind of fish shop. He's talking about tropical fish to buy rather than fish and chips. So, best fish shop in Sheffield to buy fish and chips to eat.
Ali comes laughing.
Ali can't. Best fish shop in Sheffield to buy tropical fish. Well, it's a bit subjective. I would go for... I'm still a fan of Elm Lane Fisheries. I think they do quite well. Although they don't sell breaded cod or haddock.
I could do with a fish now.
I could do with a fish as well.
Ben is only interested in eating fish.
Ben is only... Yeah.
They do serve nice fish and chips here, actually. I've seen
What,
some.
here?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few fish and chip people having fish and chips.
Well, let's see some super chats. We'll buy some fish and chips.
Mountain goldfish. Oh, I've mentioned that one. Ian Atkins. I'm in the US, but I think I can drop by for a little bit. It's a long flight from the US.
Yeah, if you're going to fly all the way here, we might make more of an effort to tell you the best fish and chip shop. But it might not be Attica. Because I think the fish and chip shop in Hillsborough is really good.
I've not been to any fish and chip shops in Hillsborough.
Because you live down in Infirmary Road, don't you?
I do, yeah. There's one called Wendy's, I think. But
not the one I'm thinking of. There's one that's on Hillsborough Corner. Have you tried that one yet? Just up from Hillsborough Corner, Home Lane. This will mean nothing to anyone here, but there's a fish and chip shop in Home Lane. Brilliant.
I'll have to look at that one.
I don't know if anyone else knows this, but we are in England right now. We're in Sheffield. Hello, world. But in Scotland, if you buy a fish and chips, if you want fish and chips, you ask for a fish supper, and you get fish and chips.
Yes.
But if you ask for a single fish, you get 2 fish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
So if you want like a special fish, you get fish and breadcrumbs. If you want a single fish, you get 2 fish. If you want a fish supper, you get 2 fish. And then you get 1 fish and chips.
It's like the fish cake as well. A Yorkshire fish cake.
No, that's a whole different argument here. So what's a Yorkshire fish cake?
Is that the one with potatoes?
Well, you tell me. You're a
I
Yorkshireman.
don't know. I don't have fish
I'm
cakes.
a Scotsman. What?
You'll know what
Ben
haggis
is from Sheffield. He knows these things.
But no, I don't know that.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So, as a Scotsman who lives in Yorkshire, a fish cake is potato, fish, potato.
But
What do you think it is?
just fish and math.
What? That's just a fish?
Yeah, that's true. Bizarre. Nathan Brother says, how much a shot's there? 2 whiskey shots on me.
The shots are, they're quite reasonably priced, I would say. What are they, $2.50 a shot?
I think so, yeah.
So if you want to give us any super chats,
Can I? I'll find the link.
there's an app. We're at the Riverside pub, so if you want to send any drinks to table 36, Ben and I are the only ones here at the moment. But we're looking for gardening questions, not drinking questions. This isn't the king of DIY. You're not going to get any racially aggravated posts here. We're just having some fun.
Victoria Kerr says, hi Dad, from Elizabeth.
Oh, hi daughter. So Elizabeth is my youngest child.
Alright.
Hi Elizabeth, this
Hi,
is
Elizabeth.
Ben. Ben is one of my work colleagues who's now left.
I did post a link, but I don't think it's showing it. Maybe not show links.
I can't.
It shows it on
I'm
here.
old. I can't read what's going on here. I'm relying on Ben.
Sounds a bit fishy.
It does. Oh, hilarious. I'm relying on Ben to read me the links here because I can't actually see them on my phone.
What's everybody else up to tonight?
It's Friday night here. No, it's not. It's Saturday night. It's Saturday night here. We're enjoying a refreshment at the local pub.
A couple of vodkas. A vodka coke.
My drink's gone. I think it's your round now. Ben.
It certainly is my round. Go to Courtyard Aquatics. Best fish shop in Sheffield.
Oh, this is. I'll bet you this is from a guy called Ollie.
It is.
Is it? every time I make a video, Ollie Cam, is it Ollie Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, he always comments on my video saying, go to Courtyard Aquatics. I keep going to Courtyard Aquatics, and he keeps ignoring me. So I don't know what you want to do, Ollie.
Nathan, what would you recommend to replace French lavender? Actually, English lavender is probably the best type of lavender. It's very good in the climates that we are in, obviously in Sheffield.
Now this is a good question because I posted a video recently on my personal Facebook account about my wife's bush.
Yes, I saw your wife's bush.
What do you think of my wife's bush, Ben?
There were plenty of bees in it. I was very good with the camera. Video quality.
So what kind of lavender is that?
English lavender, was
Is it? I don't know. Lavender. It smells nice.
Yeah, the bees like it. It's not just about growing flowers, it's about helping the wildlife, I see.
And we definitely have a load of bees.
Yeah. One thing I do stress is that people grow spring bulbs because when the bees first wake up, there's no flowers out there, and the spring bulbs are the first flowers that they see when they wake up. So get some spring bulbs in September.
So what is it about bees that like lavender? Is that a well-known thing?
It must just be the pollen in it that they like.
Because every year they love our lavender bush. They love my wife's bush, Ben. The bees, they love my
You
wife's
can't
bush.
get enough of your wife's bush.
My wife's bush is brilliant for bees.
And do you use the lavender for anything? Do you make any little bags of smellies
The
for
kids,
the drawers
the
and
kids
stuff?
do sell it in bags for the neighbours and stuff, but it's
It's
mostly for the
expensive
bees.
stuff. It's expensive stuff. Could make
Are
a
we doing
fortune.
something special? I don't know. It does really well in our place. I don't know why.
You're obviously looking after your wife's bush pretty good.
Thank you very much. Ben. But seriously though, is the lavender, is it a hard plant to grow, or what do
It
you
just
need to
needs
grow
trimming.
lavender?
It just needs trimming back at end of the year, and then
Would you trim it in the spring or the autumn or when?
after it's finished flowering, and probably around the end of August.
So about now.
Yeah.
If I go home and cut my wife's bush now,
As it starts
that's
dying
the
off.
time to do it.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, Vicky. I'm going to come home and trim your bush.
Ollie Cam says, going out to the pub now. Have a great night.
Thank you, Ollie.
Stephen Ritchie could do with a Stella Artois.
I could do with Stella. And
I'm not keen on Stella. I don't think.
here's a reminder for it's your round, Ben.
I know. I need to stop watching you in order to. Someone ain't gonna get near their wife's bush if he keeps this up. That's from GB.
My wife's bush is well trimmed.
You
Let's
can
just say
tell
that.
by Graham's eyes he's smashed. But his eyebrows are looking pretty good tonight.
I don't get smashed. I get happy.
But make sure you follow Gardening with Ben on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, so we're trying to work out some kind of collaboration to do with. Ben has a gardening channel. It used to be called the Yorkshire Gardener. It's about Ben's adventures with his allotment in Handsworth
And my plums.
and Ben's plums.
And my
So my wife's
cucumbers.
bush, Ben's plums.
And cucumber.
So Ben grows all kinds of things, vegetables, what other way can I say vegetables? What do you grow in your allotment, Ben?
Potatoes, onions, radish, lettuce, beetroot, sweet corn, peas, runner beans,
Vegetables!
everything.
So Ben is the Yorkshire Gardener, he's doing all kinds of things, and you're not an expert.
No,
you,
no.
You've taken on an allotment,
An amateur gardener.
He's an amateur gardener, but you've taken that allotment from what was basically a mess,
Yeah, definitely.
and you've dug out all the areas, and you've got all kinds of things. So check it out on Facebook. It's called Gardening with Ben,
Or on YouTube.
or on YouTube, which is the Yorkshire Gardener, or you
No,
still
Gardening
with Ben across all formats. And we definitely want to help out Ben here.
I know, trying to work out how YouTube works. Still new to me.
So we're just having a social drink this evening, and we thought we'd open it up to everyone and see what you think.
Have you
So-
ever used worm castings?
Have I ever used worm castings? I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I.
Is that like a fishing question?
From Nathan Brothers.
From who?
Nathan Brothers.
Nathan. I've used worm castings in fishing, as in fishing, like for carp or ropes or tanks or whatever, but not for gardening.
I know they use worms in composting.
Worm castings though.
I've not heard of casting.
What is a worm casting?
I don't know.
Nathan, what is a worm casting?
I need to order you a drink.
Can everyone please comment, Ben, get Graham's drinking? I'm starting to get thirsty.
Order again.
So any more questions here? Do you like the surroundings here? We're in Riverside Pub here, but look at this. We're
Next to
surrounded
a
by
river,
trees,
we're
we're next
fish
to a
in the
river,
river.
there's fish in there. I've had a bird poo on me twice tonight so far. Yeah, once in the eye. Once on the hand, once in the eye. What's that say? Better get the man a drink before he starts a rant. I would not start a rant because I haven't got a drink. Ben!
What are you drinking?
Ben, get me a drink.
What are you drinking?
Ben!
What are you drinking?
Lager, please.
What lager?
Moretti. Is that a thing? So Ben's on the vodkas, I'm on the normal lagers. Has anyone got any aquarium questions? I'm happy to answer any aquarium questions or any gardening questions. We've talked about my wife's bush quite enough tonight, so
It's Amstel.
Ben, well, Amstel will do, but never Moretti.
Can't see it.
Begins with M.
Is it?
Yeah.
Amaretti begins with M.
Moretti.
No. Moretti
Beer,
pie.
Moretti.
Find it, yes.
Yeah, pint of. No extras.
As is.
Yep. So Ben grows all kinds of things. For years he's supplied me with chilies. He's still growing chilies.
I'm not this year, no.
No, why not?
Nobody has them, and I don't see you anymore.
Oh. I quite like Ben's chilies, but he decided he's not
Were
going
they
to give them to
spicy?
me. They weren't that spicy,
No.
but I quite like that though. They were spicy enough. Do you know why that is? Is this the capsicum content or something like that, isn't it?
Right.
I don't know.
I do need to research more on growing different vegetables. I just stick to the stuff that I like to grow, really. That
What
I like.
are your favourite things that you grow and eat?
Sweet corn. You can't beat growing sweet corn.
Sweet corn. Doesn't that take a long time though?
It takes about 5-6 months to grow, but
Like
soon.
proper sweet corn.
Yeah, corn on the cob. I've got some ready
Have you a
now.
lot?
Yeah, I've got some ready now. You've got to pick it within. As soon as you picked it, you've got to go home and pick it because it starts losing its sweetness as soon as you picked it. You can't get anything nicer than homegrown sweet corn.
I thought sweet corn would be a thing you'd have to grow in a field rather than a lot.
No.
Well, there you go. If you like me, you can grow sweet corn in an allotment. Peas.
Peas are very good to grow. Rhubarb.
A thing that I tried almost was your potatoes in a bucket.
Yes, that's what you need to
So
grow now.
as fish keepers, we all have buckets. We have spare buckets going where.
Put some potatoes in them.
But
this
how do you
month.
do it? What do you do?
Just put a bit of compost in bottom, put 3 potatoes in your bucket, make sure it's got holes in for drainage, cover it back up with compost, and then keep watering it, and by Christmas you should have some potatoes growing in it.
So like a 5-gallon bucket,
Yeah.
your normal bucket that someone would have,
Yeah. Make sure it's got some holes
a
in
couple of inches of soil,
Yeah.
potatoes, fill it up.
it. Yeah. Keep it somewhere warm, it can't
you
be
do that
outside.
now?
Yeah.
So if I did that today,
Yeah.
by Christmas I'd have my Christmas potatoes.
Yeah. But make sure it's kept in the greenhouse or indoors somewhere warm.
Like a fish room.
Obviously.
There you go, crossover.
Right, let's get these fruits.
Ben is still ordering my drink.
You keep disturbing me.
I just have to show you what's going on here. This Ben, he's still trying his hardest to order me a drink. We're in lockdown Britain here. We've had to sign our lives away to get into this pub.
We're all out in groups of 6 though.
Luckily, we're in a group of 2 at the moment, so we're okay. Oh, what's that? Worm castings in the dirt that worms live in a while. It's full of nutrients. Plants grow extremely well. So,
Worms are very good for the
as a
soil.
gardener, you didn't know about worm castings, did you?
No,
So there you go.
Thank you, Nathan.
We filled them in. So while I wait for my drink, have we got any fishy questions? I guess that's the way to put it. I don't know where the camera is on my phone, but anyway, we're enjoying a nice night out. If you've got any questions, let us know. We'll keep this going for a few more minutes. We'll keep this going as long as Ben keeps going, pretending to buy me a drink. I'll take that off you, because I don't want any card details going out on the internet. Yeah, so go on, what was that? I saw something there. Battered or breaded? What's your favourite fish? Battered or breaded? Battered. So I would agree, but I do like a breaded fish, because in Scotland we call that special fish. Why do you seem surprised by that?
What's a special fish?
Special fish is like a breadcrumb.
In Scotland, you have.
Are you going to say fried Mars bar?
Yes.
I knew you were going to go there. I've never had a fried Mars bar.
No.
It's not a thing. I think it's like a meme and nothing else.
An old wives' tale, as you say.
Well, I know people that have had a battered Mars bar, but I've never had it.
No.
Have you ever had a pizza in a chip shop in Scotland?
No.
Do you know what they do with that? You get a pizza, dip it in batter, and then dip it in the fryer.
What? Bloody hell.
So it's like a pizza supper is like a fish, but pizza. What is the weirdest? Actually, what is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? How's the audio, by the way? Because I don't know what's going on here.
Robert Kerr has on the rubbish.
Robert Kerr is my dad. You've met him.
Have I?
Yeah. He came to my wedding and everything. He's my dad.
I didn't come to your wedding.
What?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I didn't know you back then.
You did. And the Pond Sport?
I didn't come to your wedding.
Oh, right. Dad, this is Ben. I used to work with Ben. Awkward. Yeah, definitely. I have never had a battered Mars bar.
Get into the cucumbers and courgettes for the blackberry.
Well, cucumbers and courgettes, you know them?
Yes.
So they are a really good food for my plecos. Plecos are a fish that are like a bottom feeder, and they eat algae mostly. It's raining now in Sheffield. Oh, it's lovely. But I feed them courgette, zucchini to you American friends.
Yes, zucchini.
I feed them zucchini or courgette. A lot of people say you have to blanch them before you give them to the fish, but I don't do that. I just cut them in half, stick them in, and the Bristol's plecos at least, they love them.
Very expensive as well to buy.
Are they? I buy them from Morrison's for
How much are they?
the ugly fruit basket, and they're like £1 for like £5.
It's still expensive.
£1? Expensive? How Yorkshire are you then? They're not that expensive.
Anything for free.
He's never given me any plecos or zucchinis. You know, I use them, but no, they don't cost much, do they?
Yeah.
You grow courgettes?
Yeah, I grow courgettes, yeah.
And why have I never had any free courgettes then?
Because you've never told me that your fish like courgettes.
So I told him I like chilies, and he stopped growing chilies. Now I'm going to tell him that I like courgettes.
So I need to come and deliver you some courgettes.
Yeah, so we'd like some free courgettes, please, Ben. Gardening with Ben.
I've got lots of cucumbers.
Cucumbers, I found, foul the water.
Right.
So I'm not a fan of cucumbers, to be honest. I like them in my own sandwiches and salads, and oh, it's really pissing it down here.
We're under the tree, thankfully.
Right, if anyone's got any questions, get them in quick because I think we're about to shut this down because it's peeing down. And hopefully we're going to get a drink. Here we come, here we come, here we come, here we come, here we come. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Cheers. Thank you. He wasn't happy at all, was he? He did not like that. So, and the rain stopped as well. No. So, last couple of questions and we're going to sign off for the night.
Cucumber is fine if you have a fair few potatoes.
I do have a fair few breakfast. I have approximately 100. They don't like cucumbers.
So how much time do you spend on your fish?
Well, I spend a couple of hours every day, probably. How much time do you spend with your plants?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 hours every day.
So plants are harder than fish. You heard it here first. Bye! Alright, I don't actually know how to turn this off.